going on, you guys? It's your boy Alex West Collects here, bringing you another figure review. And today we're taking a look at the WWE Mattel Royal Rumble Elite Collection, which is now shipping from ringsidecollectibles.com. Don't forget to use discount code FORLIFE. It will save you 10% off your order at checkout. So today we're going to review the full wave. We're looking at Brie Bella, Vader, Rey Mysterio. Yes, another Rey Mysterio. I feel like he comes in every other set. And Damian Priest. Again, don't forget, this set does include your Build-A-Figure pieces to complete your Doc Hendrix. And we're going to start off by looking at each figure in their packaging. So here we have Brie Bella and Damian Priest in their packaging. And I must say, the Royal Rumble box art, just the white and the black with the red, looks so clean. If you're a mock collector, this is going to look great in your collection. You can see Brie Bella comes with a set of interchangeable hands. You get the Doc Hendrix head and lower legs included with her. She also does come with her little flannel that she ties around her waist. Damian Priest, also a set of interchangeable hands and the arms that come with Doc Hendrix. Flipping over to the side, you can see the nameplates. Flipping over to the other side, the awesome images of each wrestler. And the images on the back, as well as the other figures in the wave and the interchangeable pieces that come to complete your Doc Hendrix. We also have one that I'm personally very excited for, Vader. His last Elite we got was in the Legends line, but the version that is similar to this was last done in Elite 30, so this is going to be a huge upgrade from that figure, I feel, but we're definitely going to run some comparisons. So Vader looks great. You can see the awesome image on the front of the box. Comes with the Vader hands. He can do the V hands, the interchangeable mic holding hands, as well as the torso for your Doc Hendrix. And yes, another Rey Mysterio. This is based on his Royal Rumble attire when he won the Rumble. You can see he comes with a bunch of interchangeable hands, as well as the hands for Doc Hendrix. And it looks like just the microphone. He's got the red attire. I think he's got the Eddie Guerrero armbands on this figure, so that looks pretty cool. You see the awesome image of Rey from Royal Rumble on the front. Flipping over to the side, you get the nameplates as well. All the way on the other side, you get the images of both wrestlers. On the back, the read-up and the parts that come to complete your Doc Hendrix. But enough chatting, let's get all four of these figures out of their boxes. Starting us off, we are taking a look at Damian Priest out of his packaging, and his accessories do include a set of mic holding hands. You also do get a set of arms to complete your Build-A-Figure Doc Hendrix, as well as the pointing fingers on there. Damian Priest looks pretty damn good, man. I love the white and the silver gear. Get the awesome chains here on the front, some nice detailing over there. Continuing here on the sides of the entrance jacket. Looks really good, and the gear does pop. So we did get an awesome Elite with him in the purple gear. Very toyetic, and this is another one from Royal Rumble 2021. Absolutely love the white. Looks so clean. And you can see the jacket or the entrance gear does open here on the front with a clasp, so we will just pop it open. Hopefully it's easy to take off. Very kind of soft plastic material. We will remove this jacket and get a closer look at it off of the figure. And again, I do like the nice silvers. It really does, for a white attire, really kind of blends in nicely together. There's the gear. Again, it pops in pretty easily. I've definitely had my issues with these jackets before, with these kind of tabs where you kind of push them through, but they seem to go in not too bad. So that is a plus for sure. Moving on to the Damian Priest figure itself. I do like the head scan. He does come with a cross necklace as well. This is the same scan from the prior Elite. And it does look pretty good. I love the gear, the sculpted or molded detailing on his tights. Really does pop. You get the awesome tattoos as well. Looking on the back here, even on the belt, more tattoo detail on his back. Really do like all of this little intricate details here for this figure. And he even has the silver paint on his wristband, so that looks pretty damn good. Moving down to the attire, you can see again how clean it looks. It just looks really nice. Got the kick pads with the silver on the front, white on the back. Look at the sculpted pockets and more designs on the side here. A little patch. Really like how this figure came out, and let's get a close-up look at this head scan. Just looks phenomenal. Moving right along, we are taking a look at Rey Mysterio. So this is based on his 2006 Royal Rumble win with his tribute to Eddie Guerrero. As far as the accessories go, you do get a set of these bigger hands that we've seen plenty of times with Rey Mysterio. You also do get this microphone that does have the Royal Rumble logo on there. Additionally, you get a set of mic holding hands for your Build-A-Figure Doc Hendrix. So that is pretty nice. For Rey, I do like the attire, again, based on his Royal Rumble win. You can see the awesome sculpt on his mask. He does have the armbands with the EGs on them to his tribute to Eddie Guerrero. You can see he does obviously have a lot less tattoos based on his much earlier run in WWE. Does have the tattoo on his stomach. Nice red, really does pop. And, you know, I shit a lot on Rey Mysterio figures because we get so many of them, but this is a really nice one. Again, and it symbolizes a very big moment in his career. You can see the gear on his tights as well. Going around, it's just kind of solid red. He's got the 619 on the other side. He does have the black shoes. And again, like I said, we've gotten so many Reys. It's easy to kind of just get lost in them. But again, I feel like this is one that's definitely needed for your collection. And here are a quick few Rey Mysterio comparisons. So on the left, we have two of the most recent Top Pick Elite figures. And on the right, we have the most recent Legend 16 figure. Next up, we have Brie Bella. And I'll be honest, I was actually pretty excited for this figure. I'm a huge Bella Twins fan. So it's kind of nice that we get an updated Brie. It's been a while. Her last Elite, correct me if I'm wrong, I think it was Elite 68. Was it that SummerSlam figure? It was a while ago. Again, it's nice to have Brie Bella back in the line, and I'm sure we're going to be seeing a Nikki to pair with her eventually. It just only makes sense. But moving on to the accessories, so she does come with a set of mic holding hands. You also do get these awesome pointing finger hands, the Daniel Bryan hands. That is a pretty nice touch. I do like that. For your Build-A-Figure parts, so you do get the pink pants for your Doc Hendrix. You also do get the head to complete your Build-A-Figure Doc Hendrix. And look how nice that looks. I really do like the details on this head. It really has a great likeness. Cannot wait to fully assemble him. But before we do that, we're going to take a look at this Brie Bella figure. So again, she does have the double-jointed pinless elbows as well. So that is definitely a plus. She's got the nice red attire with the slits. A little sloppy paint on mine, if you guys can see that on the leg. That's a little disappointing. But she does have the logos on her boots. Looks really nice. She actually has basic boots. I'm surprised they went with the double jointed elbows, but the boots still have the basic kind of pinned articulation on there. That's a little disappointing. Moving on, you can see the flannel on the back. It does have the Brie mode. I don't know, is that misprinted or is that supposed to be off to the side? Maybe I just got to center the actual flannel. That looks a little better. So maybe it's just my eyes. But again, this is removable. You can pop it off in the front here and get a close-up look at the flannel. Again, has Brie mode on there. Nice little flannel design. And taking a look at her gear itself, you do get the red attire with the slits. Looks really nice. Again, it's nice to have an updated Brie Bella. She does have the little design around her pants. You can see the little buckles or straps, whatever you want to call it. The head scan is the same scan that we have seen prior, so that is not new. But it's still a good likeness to Brie. Again, I'm not complaining. I do like how this figure came out all in all. For your Brie Bella comparison, so on the right, we have the Elite 68 figure, which I'm going to say I still kind of like that figure a little better. I do like the extra added detail on her hair with the headband, as well as the cloth shirt. The flannels themselves are identical, but you can see the new one does have some paint application. I just feel like the paint applications look a little sloppy. I don't know if you guys can see it. They're like shiny. The Brie mode is painted on there okay, but even the gear, like I said, mine has a little bit of sloppiness to the paint itself. And on the left, we have the Elite 71 Nikki Bella. And I think it's a no-brainer. If we got an updated Brie, we're definitely due for a new Nikki to come out down the line, too. And let's not forget Brie with her husband, Daniel Bryan, doing the yes pose. It's time. It's Vader time. Yes, the last figure in the set. We are taking a look at Vader. And let's not even joke. We all were looking forward to this figure. The most out of the whole wave. So Vader's accessories do include a set of mic holding hands, and you can see he does have the kind of MMA gloves. You also do get the torso to complete your Doc Hendrix, which we will do in the next segment. But Vader also does come with a V hand, so this isn't the first time we've seen it. I know the Viscera figure did have these same kind of hands, as well as the Legends Vader figure, which was kind of based on his WCW or New Japan run. But here we have a WWF, like mid-90s Vader time, so we did have this figure, a similar version released in Elite 30, and that was a long time ago, and that is a highly sought-after figure, very expensive on the secondary market. The difference with that figure, the attire, again, is pretty much identical, but the difference is the newest one, the Royal Rumble Elite, the mask is actually sculpted on, so if you do have the Elite 30 version, it does come with that kind of removable mask, similar to what we got with the first Legends Vader from his WCW run with the that white coat that he had. And, you know, that was kind of cool. The removal mask was what it was. I don't think it looked bad, but the head scan, I remember being so cartoony, kind of had that ginger orange look. This new head scan, wow, it's just like on another level. It looks really good. And I thought the last Legends Vader looked really good too, but Without a doubt, this is probably his best head scan. We're definitely going to jump into a bunch of comparisons, but looking at the figure itself, so you do see you got the classic red and black Vader time attire. I really do like how that looks. Got the black pants and singlet going down with the red boots. To me, this is how I remember Vader. I know a lot of people remember from different eras or different, different iterations. This is where I was really introduced to Vader. I didn't watch a lot of early WCW, so I didn't really know too much about him. Didn't really watch New Japan. I knew 96 Vader, and this is the look I remember him. So I absolutely love that we got kind of a newer version. So this new Royal Rumble figure itself will actually have this little V logo on the back. That is not on the Elite 30 figure. I think that's the only difference on the attire. Obviously, you get double jointed pinless elbows, which is an added plus. You get the interchangeable hands, which was not a feature on the Elite 30 wave. And again, let's move this figure in real close. Look at that head scan. Just looks really, really good. You can see the nice molding on there. So realistic looking. Take a look at the back. Absolutely love how this looks. It's just so good, man. Really, Mattel knocked this one out of the park. For your Vader comparisons, we're going to start off with the Legends 10 figure. This is the most recent Vader release before this Royal Rumble Elite figure. And you can see the difference in the attire. Obviously, more of the black versus the red that is on the Royal Rumble Elite. And again, you can see the difference with the head scans. Obviously, both do come with the V hands. This new one, again, does have the double-jointed pinless elbows that was not a feature on the Legends 10 figure. But bringing in both these figures in close, you can look at the head scan. And the molded mask versus the removable mask. You know, I guess it is a preference, but to me, something about this sculpted on mask just looks a little more authentic to Vader. Maybe it's a little thin now that you have both of them, but again, this one does look a lot more bulky, and both are phenomenal figures, but something about this new Royal Rumble Elite figure, obviously to me, looks more realistic. Here we have the Elite 31. Yes, I'm going to correct myself. I feel like I've been saying Elite 30 throughout this video. This is the Elite 31 Vader on the left versus the Royal Rumble Elite on the right. The Elite 31 has been in my collection for the longest. It has been my favorite Vader that I've had in my collection. Now, the question is the new Royal Rumble Elite now my new favorite Vader? Again, this is my favorite attire and variation of Big Van Vader. But you can see the attire, again, some slight differences. Obviously, the font you're going to notice on the Elite 31 is a little bigger than the Royal Rumble Elite. For the most part, the singlet looks to be the same. You will have the double-jointed pinless elbows on the Royal Rumble Elite. That is not included, obviously, on the Elite 30. And there are no interchangeable hands on the Elite 30. The boots, you can see there's more red on the Elite 31 versus a little more hints of black on the boots on the Royal Rumble Elite. Now, looking at the head scan side by side, I'm starting to feel like maybe the sculpting or on the new Royal Rumble Elite of the mask maybe could have been a little thicker. Maybe it is a little thin. But I do love the expression. To me, it screams like Vader. This one, not so much. It looks like he swallowed a fish or something. And I'm going to bring in both real close so we can get a kind of close-up look. This is very early in the Mattel days, so you can see how more cartoony it looks. Even the beard itself, it looks a little more orangey versus the actual kind of more realistic look on the Elite 30. Again, you do have the interchangeable hands and the double-jointed elbows. I will say, as far as the gloved hands, if you look at this Vader, they're more like kind of like accurate to what he wore. These look more like MMA gloves. I feel like he had some like big padded gloves. And it seems like the Elite 31 captured that better from what I remember how Vader's gloves look. Again, you can see like the little lines that go on there. I feel like that looks a little more accurate. And I wish we would have got some fisted hands with this Royal Rumble Elite. That's something that I didn't even think about. Because always use that Vader like kind of flex pose, like, you know, most muscular or whatever it is, the double kind of posing forward. That is something that I would have really liked to have included. If you want to flip onto the back, again, the only difference I'm noticing is the V on the Royal Rumble Elite versus Elite 31. They seem to kind of stand around the same height. I will say the head definitely sits lower on the Elite 31 versus the Royal Rumble Elite. But this is tough. Honestly, I think I'm going to say the Elite 31 is still my favorite Vader. And I did not forget, here we have the completed Build-A-Figure Doc Hendrix. He looks freaking phenomenal. You do get the awesome kind of bright pink suit. You can see he does have the white tie underneath. Look at that head scan with that big hair. Very new generation-esque. He actually does have double jointed elbows as well. We did see that, I want to say the first time with the Mean Gene Build-A-Figure with the WrestleMania series. And hell, we've gotten so many pay-per-view sets in the last few weeks alone. It's crazy. Usually they're spread out through the year. So we got the Royal Rumble, we got Survivor Series, we got WrestleMania. It's just, they've been coming in waves. And I absolutely love the Build-A-Figure pieces that are included. They're just so fun. It gives you a chance to complete guys that you wouldn't get in the Elite line. I don't know where you'd kind of squeeze a Doc Hendrix in other than a Build-A-Figure, so it is nice we got him. And I absolutely love that big smiling scan. The Royal Rumble microphone he also comes with, just very cool and very different. A nice piece to add to the collection for sure. And before we wrap up here with some final thoughts, if you guys haven't already, please make sure to hit that like and subscribe button down below. For all you guys new to the channel, thanks so much for tuning in. I hope you guys will subscribe and stick around for more reviews coming up down the road. As far as this Royal Rumble Elite Wave goes, I absolutely love it. I feel like they gave you a little something for everyone. You get a modern day figure with Damian Priest. You get a female kind of legend figure with Brie Bella. You get a Rey Mysterio figure, which, a lot of people are a big fan of. You get Vader, which is, one that is, again, highly sought after, especially very hard to find a Vader time kind of new generation, early Attitude Era Vader. Another way to get him in your collection and really plussed up with all the extra accessories and double jointed arms and interchangeable hands. You get Doc Hendrix, which is an added plus. Something very different. Absolutely highly recommend this wave. Again, a little something for everyone. I really enjoyed it. I feel like this was a fun set. And ranking this from my favorite to my least favorite, or my least favorite to my favorite, we're going to include the Build-A-Figure, number 5 being my least favorite. I'm going to go Damian Priest, and it's a solid figure, don't get me wrong, but it's kind of a current guy. He's no longer even with this kind of gimmick. He's with the Judgment Day now, so I'm going to go with him at number 5. At number 4, I'm going to go Rey Mysterio. I really do like the figure, but again, I'm just a little tired of Rey figures. We've gotten so many, I'm not as excited to get a new Rey figure in my collection because I feel like I've gotten 6 in the last week. At number 3, I'm going to go Brie Bella. I love the nice touch with the pointing hands to do the yes chant. I love the gear. It's a little bit of some sloppy paint application, but I hope, again, that's just mine and not yours. At number 2, I'm going to go Doc Hendrix, a fun Build-A-Figure. This will be a great piece to throw in with your new generation guys. Just very kind of happy to have and actually see that they actually made one. And number 1, without a doubt, it is Vader. Vader time. This figure is awesome. Even though I feel like the Elite 31 is still my favorite in my collection, this is definitely a solid figure to add. I will be keeping and displaying both. And especially for you guys who maybe got into the Mattel game a little later, here's another opportunity to grab an awesome Vader figure. And again, these figures are now available and shipping from ringsidecollectibles.com. Don't forget to use promo code FORLIFE. It will save you some cash so you can buy more figures. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram and TikTok for more great figure content. I will catch you guys all on the next one.